Do you know that immigration can be a business too? This is Mission Ignite, no bullshit business. Hi, welcome to Mission Ignite. Here, we uncover the no bullshit business from successful individuals and ignite your dreams for success. Today, we have a power mom who is an entrepreneur, or momtrepreneur as we call it. She and her partner runs an immigration company, helping families to make Singapore their home. This is founder and momtrepreneur of the immigration people, Kay. Welcome, Kay.
Hello,
Yay.
hi.
Hi.
Thanks, Tillerson, for your invitation. Thank you
Wow,
so
we are
much.
so excited to have you here, man. I have like two female power in the house, both entrepreneurs. But that's it. Can you start off telling us your entrepreneur journey?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Kay, founder and managing director of the Immigration People. I have been running my business for about 4 years right now. My journey started off with being involved in the industry. So I remember it was about 6 years ago. So I went to this company to be an immigration consultant, and I promoted to a senior consultant. And that's where I really learned a lot about the industry, and I fell in love with the industry because for me, I think, I managed to help a lot of people to settle down in Singapore. I really find it's kind of my calling, yeah. And also for myself as well, a very interesting story as well. 12 years ago, I came to Singapore, so I was holding on to EP. So I converted myself to PR.
So you were a client yourself?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
You're self-converted.
Yes, I self-converted. Yeah, and I converted to be a citizen 2 months back.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah, so that's why this business is really very close to my heart because I really understand, a struggle being a foreigner in Singapore, and I really want to help them.
You cannot call yourself a foreigner anymore, right? You're
Yes,
now a
yes.
Singapore citizen.
Full-fledged.
Yeah.
Do you know how to sing our national anthem?
I do. In fact, I know what does it mean because I understand Malay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
I'm from Malaysia.
Malaysia,
I used to
right?
be a
KL.
Malaysian, yes.
Yeah, and so I understand that for you to become a citizen, you must go through some tests and all. Is it true?
Oh, it's not. It's actually a citizenship journey that we have to go through,
Okay.
and part of the journey is that we are being taught of what are the share value of Singapore, and then I have to learn about the different colors on the flag, what does it mean, and things like that, and take a test. Yes.
Wow.
But I think they are not really strict. If you fail the test, they will not take back your citizenship.
Wow.
It's just that you have to redo again, until you passed it. Yeah.
So you have some 10-year series papers that you keep, and then when people who apply for citizenship, then you give them, or what? How does it work?
No, not really. I will strongly encourage my client to do the whole process themselves since they are new citizens. So I think it's very important to have a sense of belonging and really understand the country. Actually, I do have clients who ask me to do the process for them. Like, can you take the test for me?
Really?
Yeah.
And you do that?
Wow, we really need to get a license for everything in Singapore.
It's really a license, please.
I'm impressed.
So what inspired you to start all this business actually?
While I was working in the previous company, so I did identify that there are market gaps, what the client really wants and what the market is offering. Yeah, and that's how I started the Immigration People, because back then, right, the industry, and actually until now, the industry is still not regulated, but back then, there are a lot of overpromise, Yeah, so it's a bit messy. The industry used to be quite messy. So when I started the Immigration People, we immediately identify what is our USP. So we want to be as transparent as possible. So that's why we set up a YouTube channel, and we focus a lot on, education, educating the client on, how to find a good partners to work together. And if let's say you get your application rejected, should you reapply or should you appeal again? So it's a very informative channel that we are building.
You know that she rejects client?
Really?
Rejects client.
Yes, we do. So
Okay.
that's also how we are different from some of the other players in the market. If a client deemed not fit, to apply, or not ready to apply, we will be very, very honest with the client, and we'll tell the client that why don't you come back to us, in 1 to 2 years' time. We give them some action plans. Yeah, these are things that you should do before you coming back to us as a client. Yeah.
So what are the services that you actually provide over there at the immigration people?
So we are very focused on bringing expat to Singapore. So we focus on inbound Singapore immigration matters. Our services inclusive of perhaps work passes application, different sort of long-term visit pass, PR application, citizenship. Yeah, so these are our core business.
Wow, not easy.
Yeah, not easy.
But the best part is I didn't know immigration can earn money from it.
Yeah, I also say I thought they just go to like ICA building and just
Just apply,
register
right?
or something like that. Yeah.
But
Actually, it gets more and more difficult nowadays. On a per annum basis, government will reject about 70% of the application.
Wow.
So a lot of people are facing rejections and they have no idea like how I can boost my chance for my PR application. So that's why they started, to ask for help. Yeah, from professional company.
I see. So what's your success rate like for the clients?
That's a really good question. So I get this question all the time from all my clients. The first thing that they'll ask me, what's your company success rate? Honestly, we don't like to talk about success rate because there's no base to the number that I'm going to mumble out, mumble to you. Yeah. There are a lot of factors that will influence the success of an application. That includes the client profile, like, salary that he's earning here, his age, does he has any families here, right? Is he applying with his son? And things like that, a lot of factors that will influence. So it's not fair without knowing your profile and I give you, your success rate is 90%, but you don't know anything about me yet. Yeah,
correct.
I have to ask, okay, there's a myth out there, right? That if you have more money, you come into Singapore, there's a chance of you getting a bus is much higher. Is this true?
No, definitely not true. Yeah, just look at, the latest case, right? The 1 million case, none of them are PR.
Yeah, correct.
So I think we have to understand that, there are quite a lot of high net worth people in Singapore. In fact, Singapore is one of the top places for millionaire to migrate here nowadays. I think government is looking for people who are more genuine,
Okay.
who really wants to do something here, right? And then maybe create job opportunities for local. So the way you run your business is very important. Just look at our, Hai Di Lao founder, right?
Yeah.
So he actually opened a lot of stores here, created a lot of opportunity for local in Singapore. So these type of people, yes, they should be able to get their PR pretty easily. But it's not really about the money, just solely on the money. There are other factors as well.
Basically, they just have to add value to Singapore lah.
Yes, you're right.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question actually. So single and family, which one is more easy to get a citizenship here or a permit here?
Yeah, actually, there's no preference.
Okay.
Yeah, single basically means that, I only need to give you maybe just one quota. Yeah. But for family, I need to give you maybe 4 quota because you have 2 children, example. Okay. So your profile itself must be really good that I'm giving you the 4 quotas.
I see.
I see.
But I will be a bit more concerned if, let's say, if you cross certain age and you're still single, because as we always hear from Lee Hsien Loong, right, that Singapore is made for family. So, and because of our low fertility rate, they do encourage people to have a family.
I see. Yeah. So those singles out there, you now know what's the criteria. Yeah.
I will also be concerned if the guy is single and at a certain age and not married.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So what? Shouldn't you start another company as well? Create me some matchmaking company.
Oh, I do have these suggestions.
You do?
No, I do get these suggestions, but I do not have it yet.
Maybe I'll get Kimi to sign up too. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, those that have no family, maybe can consider.
Yeah, so someone suggested maybe you could make foreigners and Singaporeans.
Does that help increase your chances? It does, right?
It depends on which country, right? The person is from.
You still have to see the sponsor profile. Yeah, correct. So the sponsor, which means probably Singaporean or PR, right, that's sponsoring you, they have to be financially stable to sponsor you as well.
Okay.
So those single Singaporeans out there, you might have a bit of a chance here. Yeah, to be attached.
Cannot find one in Singapore, find one overseas.
So as we come to talk about entrepreneurship, right, there's always a series of roadblocks and all. I'm sure you come and face a few across yourself, right? So maybe you want to share with us what are those?
I think really plenty of roadblocks, yeah. But the most significant one, especially during the early stage of me starting the immigration people, was we kind of like get ourselves into a lawsuit with my previous boss.
Wow.
Yeah, so that for that, right, we actually struggled for about a year and a half before we settled the whole thing. Yeah, it was quite difficult, because of course, when you talk about a lawsuit, there are a lot of legal costs that involve.
Yeah.
Yeah. So especially for a new company, so it really kind of like took a toll on us, but we never gave up, and we really fight through it, and then we came out of it and stronger. Yeah.
Nice.
Not easy lawsuit and all.
Roadblock at the beginning of the business.
Yeah, and it's not a new small roadblock, it's a lawsuit.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's it. Have you ever, because you said that you actually, grind through everything else, but have you ever doubted, right, your path as an entrepreneur?
Honestly, I think I never doubted my path to be an entrepreneur, but more to like I have this kind of, it's called a mom guilt.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
You have
because
you have a boy, right?
yes, I do.
How old is he?
He is 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's cute.
So next year he's gonna turn P1.
Primary school.
Primary school, yes,
Nightmare.
correct. So it's like, at the initial stage of building a business,
Uh-huh.
you have to invest a lot of time in it. And I had this mom guilt because I feel like I'm not spending enough time. I feel like I'm not a good mom. Yeah, so that's where I doubted myself. Yeah, correct.
How do you overcome that?
Yeah.
I think a lot of assurance from my business partner as well. You must have people around you that support you. And don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't keep everything in your heart, because one thing about entrepreneur is that, it's a pretty lonely journey,
It is.
Like you don't have anyone to talk to. You
Yeah.
cannot be telling yourself like, oh, I'm feeling this, I'm very sad, very down, right? So it's very difficult. But you really have to find support, right? Even friends. So I do have a lot of friends who are running a business themselves. We sit down, we talk about what are the challenges, how to overcome it, and then we learn from each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think it's important to have like a good mentor when you're in running a business, right? Especially for women, and especially when you have children. I think you have to have like likewise support group, going through the same things, and then you can learn from what they've overcome.
Yes, correct. And I always feel like you don't need to find that just one mentor. Everybody can teach you something in
Yes,
life. So that's
yes.
why I really like to go out networking, especially like I said, at the beginning, right? It was very tough. I have to really do a lot of networking to get the company name out there, to let people know what I'm doing now, right? So I attended a lot of networking, and then every single person I met, right, I feel like I learned something from their journey. Yeah.
So I understand also that your team are mostly made up of females,
Yes.
right? Why
Girl
so?
power.
Yes, full girl power. So looking at her profile, I was researching on her, right? I was looking at her stuff. I was like, where are the males? They are all females. All single male. Why?
Nice.
Oh, we do have a few males in the company right now,
Oh, okay.
but the initial stage, yes, it's indeed really a full female team. I guess it was because of how the industry is like. You need someone who is very, very meticulous,
Yeah.
because form filling, right? It's a lot of form filling. So that's how we, feel that, maybe a bit biased. Yeah, feel
Okay,
that
okay.
girls are maybe a bit more, meticulous in all this kind of
In terms of details.
yeah, very detail oriented. We really need detail oriented person. But we managed to find some, male that are detail oriented now and working as a immigration associate in the company.
Yeah, I need to meet them because they're doing us proud. Yeah,
It's like when you go through the Malaysia custom, right? Then after that, you kena the female officer. They will take a longer time to chop your passport. But whereas the guy one is like, bye.
Maybe forgot the stamp.
it does happen. It
Maybe
does
not
happen.
Singapore.
So just to mention about mentors, right? I think the key mentors that you can mention that actually help you path your journey.
I do have okay, he's my mentor and he's also like a, how do you call it, like a 贵人,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Someone who
in my
actually
life. Yes,
helps you.
helps me a lot. Yeah. Because of what he does, because he is actually a chairman of a charity organization.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he has quite a lot of connections. Okay, there are people donating money through the organizations. Yeah, and then he actually link us up together. Yeah, so he knows a lot about marketing. So time to time, he will sit down and tell me about my business and how I can improve my business. Yeah.
But because your business is quite niche per se,
Yes.
you're looking at foreigners coming to Singapore, right? And you're a Singapore-based company. How does the foreigners get to find you?
Oh, okay. Very interesting. We started the business, okay, focusing on people that are already in Singapore. So we do a lot of EP conversion to PR. Yeah. So that's why our business was not affected back then during COVID because we are aiming at people that it's already here in Singapore. But through, just now like I mentioned, YouTube, right? And then we started to do a lot more marketing. We are on Xiaohongshu as well.
Oh, wow.
The Little
Wow.
Red Book. Yeah. So that's where we started to gain more tractions from people overseas. Yeah. And then we start to do we call it like a business relocation services for overseas business owner, and then we help them to migrate their business here, and then they themselves also move here to live and work. Yeah.
It's not easy.
That is very impressive.
Yeah.
That
So
is very
first you have
impressive.
girl power, then you have very, very good mentors.
Yes.
Right. Then now you're telling me the whole marketing channel and all. I probably need to go and reflect on my
No,
own.
the thing is, right, she's in the immigration industry and she has Xiaohongshu. I know a lot of businesses that's not in Xiaohongshu yet and refuse to start Xiaohongshu.
Do you know that she has a YouTube channel, right? That actually helps educate all the different
Yeah.
parts of immigration and all.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like watching it while I was before interviewing her just to get to know her more. It's really a wow
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very important because we try to, get the client in many different ways. I have clients who come to me and say that, oh, I heard about you from multiple channels. Like I talked to a friend, introduce your name. I went to search. You are on the first, come up
Yeah.
because we also invest quite heavily on Google
Yeah, correct.
as well. Yeah. We call it SEO and SEM. Yeah.
Okay.
So we do marketing as well. So that's how we get the client because I think consumer nowadays are very smart.
Yeah.
They don't settle for one name. They
Correct.
always want to compare.
Yes,
Correct.
they do,
Yes,
they do.
correct. So if they search for you, right, they found you, that's where they will come to you. If they don't find you, then they will go to other players in
Correct.
the market. Yeah.
After searching for you, they'll read up about you.
Yes.
And then your reviews and things like that.
Yes.
Everything is so transparent nowadays,
Yes,
really.
correct.
Yeah, so that said, I think maybe that's what I asked you, right? Because I think in terms of marketing, you have quite a broad perspective of you walking that whole journey. What makes you think that what wrong? Let me rephrase this. What have you done right to give you that marketing edge over the rest of your competitors?
I think it's like you're asking for my USP, right?
Yes, I am actually.
My unique selling proposition.
Yeah.
I think one word, it's really transparency. Yeah. Remember we talked about how we turn down the client?
Yeah.
So we're very transparent. We publish our pricing on the website because there were no companies willing to publish pricing on the website. Last time the consultation for permanent residency application used to be, oh, we can't show you a service agreement yet. You must pay us first and then you can see, because it's our trade secret.
So that one, so they can adjust it.
It used to be like this, but now, right, I think the immigration people kind of uplift the whole industry standard.
Right.
That's how we actually also won quite a lot of awards because of that. Yeah, so we are very transparent. So that's why, client actually kind of like us. Yeah, so that's our USP. Yeah.
I think one of your USP, after listening to your story, I think it's also a lot on the fact that you are very willing to keep up with everything
Yes.
that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very good attitude that has give you this altitude.
I think only change is constant, so we have to adapt. Yeah.
So are you going to embark into TikTok soon, or are you already on it?
Maybe you see you
TikTok.
dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, that one, no.
Soon?
Okay, TikTok. Yeah, we're thinking about it. I think sooner or later we have to be there. We're still thinking because we're trying to do a lot more research on the audience on TikTok, whether if our clients are really using TikTok.
I see, I
correct.
see. So you mentioned that you actually won some awards. What
Yes.
are these awards? I didn't know immigration you award the.
Any business can you
it's a
can get
business
award. Yeah, correct. So it's like SME 100.
Oh, so you're
Yeah.
part of SME 100.
Yes, correct. SME
Wow.
100 award. And then we also got the Asia Pacific Enterprise Award. Yeah.
Wow.
Not
Wow,
bad.
Full Woman Power Awards. Or the accolades just keep piling up. Just keep piling up. So that's it. I think just now you mentioned about, you have a son, a mom entrepreneur and all. And you mentioned that you actually have a lot of guilt towards your son and all.
I do. Yeah.
But other than those support groups, do you have like other support groups from your friends that you mentioned? Right? What do they help and give you?
I think my business partner is another my biggest pillar of support.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Choosing a business partner is like choosing a life partner, in
Yeah.
a marriage. Yeah.
Correct.
So it's very important. So I know that she's someone that I can trust on. So she's very supportive of me.
Mhm.
I think that one it's really important, and she's it's one of the reason why TIP is here today as well. Yeah.
So both of you all develop a whole suite of like processes and systems.
Yes. Correct. So that one is also very important. So, our industry, the turnover is quite high.
I see.
Like people come and go. Why? Because you don't have to take tests like maybe insurance advisor. You have to take tests, right?
Yeah.
From MAS.
Property as well.
Yes, property as well,
Yeah.
but not immigration.
Mhm.
So if you're not doing well, maybe off you go a few months later.
Yeah.
So if you don't stay in the industry, it's very hard for you to accumulate many years of experience by handling different cases because you can't find everything on ICA website.
Okay.
It's true, a lot of calling ICA, calling
Oh.
MOM. Yeah, if your company don't have a system, when this person left, all the knowledge go with this person in his or her brain.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So for us, right, we established a pretty good system whereby every single week we have to do a meeting and basically we talk about what are the things that you have learned, any
Okay.
new policy changes, and then we documented it and then we keep it into like a data bank. So any new person that join will have to go through this.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's part of the training process.
How
Everything's
extensive?
archived.
Yeah, but how extensive is the data bank?
Yeah, it is a lot of things. Maybe if you go through it, everything, you will be an immigration consultant.
Yeah, I'll join you. I'll join you.
Ridiculous.
That's the part that maybe I'll fail. Yeah, I'm unsure about that.
Systems is very important
Yes.
when you're running.
Correct.
So you kept everything in the data bank, and those are what, just random systems that you came out, or you should get some developers to do it for you.
For these like a meeting minutes, it was just a pretty simple system, but we do have our own CRM system for our client. Yeah. And then of course we uphold all this personal data protection, when we store so many of our clients' sensitive information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask that because I think when I talk to young entrepreneurs and all, they will ask, actually, I don't need a system, I don't need a process, right? All I need to do is just go, right? That's
So
what I
you
wanted to hear.
撞墙.
Yeah, I want to hear some views from you. Is it worthwhile, or no, you should actually develop a system first?
Oh, I think you don't have to really have a really strong and complete system to start with, but certain structure must be there, right? As things pass, that's where you need to do enhancement. Yeah, so I actually, on my free time, one of the things that I like to watch is those like flight, got into accident. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, they will do the investigation. This documentary, I love it because I used to fly, right?
Yeah, I want to ask, and why? What do you use to fly?
Scare myself, right?
Yeah.
Scaring myself. Yeah.
No, so that you know what to do when something happens,
Yeah, true. So what happened is that I was very impressed because every single accident, it always come with the whole set of SOP. It's just like how 9/11 happened. So the changes is like no more people can go into the cockpit. Things like that.
Yeah.
So we actually adapt that in the company. So whenever there's like a maybe client complaint or things that go south, right, we go back to the system. That's where we do enhancement and then we change it and then we have a new SOP. So the company has like SOP changes all the time. Yeah. So I think don't have to have the complete set, but you must have certain things to start, and then you enhance from there.
I see. Oh, that's very good advice, right? I mean, that's it. I mean, there's been quite a journey that you have and all, and your story actually quite inspiring. You know,
Thank
woman,
you.
entrepreneur, entrepreneur. So I want to actually ask you at this point in stage, right? At the stage of where you are, okay, would you have done anything differently if, let's say, I turn you back, let's say 5-10 years ago?
Yeah. I will be a bit more careful.
Okay. Why?
Yeah, because I think in terms of, when you go into any agreement at all, even employment contract, you should be very careful of all the small little details, read through it. Because for me, right, I don't like to read terms and conditions, and then you sign something and you realize that, oh, I actually signed this,
Most people don't read, they just sign.
Yeah,
It's a chunk.
if there is something that I could redo again, I really would like to do things properly to prevent just now the setback that I've gone through.
I see.
Yeah, correct.
I see. So, what other advice then would you actually give, the young entrepreneurs, like people who are like early 20s, hoping to start their own ventures?
I think you have to understand that success doesn't come very easy. It requires a lot of hard work, and I personally believe that there's no shortcut to success.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of youngsters nowadays, right? They want quick way to get money. Yeah, because time to time, I do have people who come to me and ask my advice. And sometimes when I give advice, and what I heard from all these young people is that, oh, do you know any quicker way? Like someone asked me, oh, what is this networking things that you have been doing? Then I explained very nicely, told them that the answer I got is like, oh, this takes me a lot of time, I have to really build a relationship. Is there any quicker way that I can get sales? Looking for a shortcut.
Yeah.
I really don't believe in shortcut. Yeah, so I think you really have to understand, you have to invest in a lot of time in it. You have to put in a lot of passion, a lot of effort, then you'll be able to achieve success. I wouldn't say I'm successful yet. There's still a long way to go. We have a lot of milestone plan for the company. So this is just a small one. Yeah.
So what are you going to venture? Are you going to set up another office in Malaysia or?
Not really, but we want to maybe offer more solution. So we are we have go too in-depth into what we're doing, right? So we are trying to expand horizontally by giving client, a lot more different kind of solution that complement each other. So we want to
like
try to scale.
Are you interested in matchmaking?
I don't know.
You will hate that
good.
department.
I'm good. I don't need that. I have friends who need that, but yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. Then, so that was a advice for the young ones, right? And like I mentioned, as a female entrepreneur, right? There are many females out there who wants to have a gender equality, they want to fight with the guys and all, right? What advice will you give these ladies out there?
Maybe I can be a bit more specifically talk to some mothers, right? Because there are a lot of mothers that have this really big ambition, right? And a lot of them, because of their children, they actually put it down, right? Yeah. I think that as long as you try to find balance, as long as you know that whether if you're a good mom or not, you're not spending that much time with your children, but that doesn't make you a bad mom. Yeah, but you can spend a lot of quality time. Like weekend, I do spend a lot of time with my son. Whenever I have time, I will sit down and really teach him, Chinese and things like that, bringing him to classes. Actually, I feel like now, I feel like I am a good mom. Yeah, although I am a busy mom. Yeah.
I think you're installing a lot of very good values to your son, him watching you work and how you hustle and how you manage your time to be a mom and also to be an entrepreneur. I think from there, he'll really see how, his time management is going to be top notch next time for sure. Yeah, you're leading by example.
Yeah, thank you.
Which I think is also very curious, I think, for all of us. I think for the last 10 minutes or so, right, we talk about managing time, people who have many expectation, right? And then, but for yourself, based on the last advice that you give to moms, right, how do you yourself manage work-life balance?
A
Well,
lot
I
of
mean, you want to learn the tricks, right?
a lot of people thought that I don't have a life.
Do you have a life?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Because, they have this perception that, Kay is always working, whenever she's away from the sun, she's always working, no time for Netflix. But the thing is, like, I actually kind of like integrated my working into my life because I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. When I'm working, I am doing life. Yeah. So for me, I think I am doing work-life balance. Yeah.
Is there like certain periods that you will be a blackout, like you don't touch your work at all, then you just fully focus on the son?
Yeah, during weekend when I'm with my son, that's where I will, put down my phone and try to spend quality time. Yeah. So I think for all the mom out there, listening to this, right? There's no need for you to really, have this mom guilt. Yeah. You just need to strike a balance. You still can chase your dream while being a mom. Yeah.
Right. Very interesting. Interesting. And actually, do you know that before she started off, she was actually come from a below average family?
Average family.
Below
That's why
average.
she has that resilience and that drive to.
Yeah. So actually, I wanted to ask you on that as well, right? How does being a below average family helps you?
Actually, that's the reason why I came to Singapore to work, and because of money, because the money here are better. Yeah. So my dad, he's a labor in the construction site.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole family survived with just less than 3,000 ringgit.
And how big is the family?
Yeah, I have 2 younger sisters, so 5 of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was quite bad back then. Yeah, so I think I've gone through a lot during my childhood, and my mentality actually is quite strong. So if I face any setback, right, I don't feel like I'm so defeated, because I've gone through like worse. Because I've gone through like not having a house to stay, right? That I have to go and sleep with my relative.
So how does being a below average family help you in your mindset and your success?
Okay, I think my personal story is that my dad is labor in the construction site, and I wanted to make my family life better, and that motivates me to come to Singapore to work because of money, right? Because of times 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's gonna be 3.5. Yeah. So,
I like how she said because of times 3.
Yeah. It's still going up.
it's still going up. Yeah. So I think that really helps me because of my kind of like I would say it's a difficult childhood because my dad used to earn about 3,000 ringgit less or less. Yeah. And raised 5 of us. So that actually make my mentality kind of like stronger. Yeah, facing any setback as an entrepreneur. Because for entrepreneur, you would definitely face a lot of setback, rejections, maybe stagnant in your business, right? Failure. Yeah, but that really helps me, I think, because it should actually makes me stronger.
Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations.
Yeah, so she'll be saying a lot of things like, you have to bite the bullet, you have to go, right? Hit the roadblocks, right? So other than that, is there any qualities or mindset, right? Do you think that is essential for long-term success?
I think you have to be very persistent and resilient. Yeah, as an entrepreneur, you will definitely face many different challenges, as you start your business, maybe with your employee, managing people and things like that. Yeah, so you really have to be resilient, right? Don't just because of something happened that, you get burned out and then you just sit there whole day, you can't do anything. It's very important to switch the mindset, thinking of how to solve the problem, how to make it better, and make sure you move on.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yep.
Does that apply also in the leadership position of where you are? Because as a founder, you have staff as well. You need to make huge decision making. Does it apply the same?
Yes, I think the difficult part is like how I can transfer the positivity to my staff. Yeah, correct. Because, sometimes, right, they will face, maybe a client not so happy, right?
Yeah.
And then get scolded, and then they will be down the whole day, affected their work, right? I can be very positive, but if the people, working together with me are not positive, so it defeat the purpose as well. So I think the challenges it's to how I can transfer the positivity to them. Yeah, and how to uplift their spirit.
She
Yeah.
has to switch very, very fast because she is like the core energy of the entire company. So if she waver, the entire company wavers.
Mm.
So that is why she has to train herself to step out because a lot of people is at stake.
Actually, I think women are actually very amazing because you guys are actually holding multiple hats.
Yep.
Right? In a company, you're a leader, you're a boss. Then after that, you need to take care of your staff cry to you, you need to be a nanny to them.
Your daughter,
Right. Then after your daughter as well,
Yeah.
with your family, you look after your two sisters. Then when you went back home, you still have a son to look after your mother. Oh, it's wow, tough journey. Respect.
I
Full
think same goes with guys also. You guys also have a lot of hats to wear as well. Yeah.
We do our best. Yeah, I still need to meet your staff as well and understand how they do it. Yeah. So I think over here we always have one very nice segment. And we already ask every single entrepreneur that comes here, right? Is that what is that one word, right? You give to any entrepreneurs out there?
The one word I can think of right now is intention.
Why?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, right, the reason of me starting the immigration people, I think I start with a very pure intention, very good intention to really genuinely help my clients, to be a Singapore PR, to be Singaporean, to be a part of us. So client can actually feel it, if the intention of you starting a business is purely to earn money,
Yeah.
client can feel it as well. You are here, to take money out of my pocket. If you don't gain the trust, you will not be able to take the money out of the pocket. Yeah.
correct.
So I think the reason of you running your business must be right. And when the intention is right, whatever action you do, right, will follow the intention.
Must be from the heart lah.
Yes, must be from the
Yeah.
heart. That's why it's called, intention is called 心意 ma.
That's true.
Yeah, the
心
yi
意
below is a very important 心.
Yeah, for those who don't know Chinese words, this is where you translate. Like Google. Yeah. So maybe you were saying.
Okay, so the thing is, right, I think that I lost my thoughts.
Okay, so we start this. Okay, we start this.
Okay,
Start this.
we ended there already. I just want to say, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Ending.
Okay, so anyway, last few questions. So maybe just one last final question for us. Okay. Can we leave, our young listeners out there, right, some words of encouragement or maybe a mantra that you have, right, to keep them motivated on their entrepreneur path?
So I think a lot of people, if they're born in below average family, some of them will be accepting the fate that, it's gonna be like this for the rest of my life, Yeah. This person can start the business because the parents are paying for it, right? I don't have this money to even start my business. I think that that's a very false, thought that you should actually remove from your head, right? I think you can start a business with small capital. Yeah, nowadays, because, example, you don't need a physical store to start selling your cheesecake, example.
Correct.
You can have an e-commerce platform. There's so many different ways that you can start your business. So if I have one word to tell, especially this group of people, is that do not think that you are behind. Yes, we do not have certain, advantage in life, but maybe you're a step behind, but you just take the extra steps, you'll be able to catch up. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kay. Thank you. So thank you, Kay. I mean, you have shown us, right, in the world of entrepreneurship, right, the strength and determination, right, of especially woman power, right, really hold no bounds when it comes to success.
I'm
Right, thank
so
you.
inspired.
Yeah,
So inspired. I'm so ready to go out and chong and work. After sitting here.
You are also doing really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Kay. I'll
Thank you
invite you
so
for more
much.
podcasts. I hope this podcast has ignited your mission. Join us for more no bullshit stories from successful individuals on Mission Ignite. See you. Bye.
Hi.
Bye.
Hi guys. Thank you for listening. If you like what you have just heard, follow us for more content like this.